Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we will learn about the shocking news. Prince William has finally officially succeeded to the throne. At the same time, Princess Anne also unexpectedly revealed King Charles's emotional last wish before retiring from the scene. This is a historic moment of power transfer, promising to change the future of the British royal family. So what really happened? Let's find out right away. Do you follow the news of the British royal family? If so, comment number 1. If not, leave number 0. Now let's explore the story of Prince William's accession to the throne and the last words of King Charles. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel to support me to make more good videos. The great room suddenly became very quiet when Princess Anne entered, holding a sealed letter in her hand. There was no music, no announcements, just a quiet, peaceful silence that made everyone turn to look at her. The air was heavy as if something very important was about to happen. Princess Anne did not need to say a word. Her solemn expression and the letter in her hand told everyone that this was an important moment. Without hesitation, she walked straight into the middle of the room. The royal family quickly gathered around her, their faces showing concern and sadness. This letter was not for the public, not for the news, not for the cameras, not for anyone outside that room. It was a private message meant only for those closest to King Charles, a final farewell entrusted to someone he trusted to handle it with care. Princess Anne, always known for her strength and composure, gently opened the envelope. The sound of tearing paper seemed louder than usual in the silent room. Everyone held their breath, waiting to hear what the letter said. No one said a word, all knowing that this was the final message from someone they loved dearly: their father, their leader, and their guide. Anne's voice remained steady as she began to read. She began with simple but powerful words: "His Majesty's last wish." In that moment, it seemed as if the world stood still. But the letter was not filled with sad goodbyes, nor was it a message of regret. It was filled with warmth and kindness. Even in his final moments, King Charles was thinking about his family and his country. Many people thought that the letter might contain personal messages for each family member, perhaps a kind word or a special memory. But King Charles had something else in mind. He was not thinking about himself. He was thinking about the future of his family. His final wish was simple and clear. He wanted his family to be strong, close-knit, and fully supportive of Prince William. During the months that King Charles was battling cancer, Prince William quietly took on more responsibilities. He appeared at major events, made important decisions, and became the face of the family during an uncertain time. Even though he was not yet king, people began to see him as the leader the family would need. When Princess Anne read the letter, the significance of the moment became even clearer. The letter was more than a farewell. It was a quiet instruction. King Charles reminded his family to stand by William, to support him, and to keep the royal family stable. He asked them all to ensure that William would never face hardship alone. Some of the family felt tears welling up in their eyes. The message had touched their hearts. It was not about power or wealth. It was about love, duty, and protecting something special. King Charles asked them to keep the peace in the family, to be kind to each other, and to be strong in the face of hardship. When Princess Anne finished reading, the room was silent. There was no applause, no loud reactions. But everyone in that room felt the same thing: a silent promise passed between them. Despite the heavy sadness, there was also a sense of togetherness, as if they had all silently agreed to honor the king's wishes. But why was Princess Anne the one to read the will? Why not a member of Parliament, or even Camilla? Let's take a look at the unwavering strength of Princess Anne. Princess Anne has always been an important part of the royal family. She is known for her hard work, loyalty, and quiet strength. King Charles often trusted her with important matters because she was careful and trustworthy. While others pursued fame, Anne quietly focused on her duties. Her story is not one of fame, but of resilience and steadfast service. For more than 50 years, Princess Anne remained one of the busiest members of the royal family. In the 1970s, she was known for attending more than 500 official events a year, while some criticized the royal privilege. Anne has earned deep respect for her unwavering dedication and service. She works closely with Queen Elizabeth II, helping to keep the monarchy relevant to the people of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. Anne's work ethic was instilled in her from a young age, laying a solid foundation for her later years of service. At the age of 19, Anne joined Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip on an important royal tour of Australia and New Zealand. This trip not only marked the beginning of her official royal career, but also marked a turning point in her journey as a confident and responsible member of the royal family. In the same year, she began participating in charitable activities, opening a long journey of commitment and dedication to the community that she always cherished for many decades to come. Anne's steadfastness and dedication inspired many generations, creating an image of a royal family that was not only solemn, but also profound and humane. In 1970, she became president of Save the Children UK, a role she held until 2017. For nearly 5 decades, Anne worked to help disadvantaged children, showing kindness and concern for those in need. These efforts helped to portray the royal family as compassionate and responsible. While her brothers often drew attention for their personal stories, Princess Anne remained quietly devoted to her duties. She stayed out of the spotlight and focused on what mattered. After Queen Elizabeth died in 2022, Anne quickly pledged her allegiance to King Charles as she had done to their mother. At King Charles's coronation in May 2023, Anne was appointed Gold Stick-in-Waiting, a historic role as the king's personal guard. She led a 6,000-horse mounted guard of honor, reflecting her importance in royal tradition and the trust her brother placed in her. In November 2022, Parliament also appointed Anne a Counselor of State, a rare honor traditionally reserved for the spouse of a monarch and the next 4 adult heirs. Princess Anne's lifelong service earned her a pivotal role in the royal family, where she not only signed official documents, but also attended important meetings on behalf of the king in his absence. While many other royals withdrew or suffered from health problems, Anne's steady leadership helped keep the monarchy running smoothly, ensuring that royal traditions and responsibilities were upheld. By 2024, Princess Anne had once again established herself as the most active member of the royal family, completing 172 official engagements, nearly a third of the royal family's total. With King Charles focusing on his health and Princess Catherine reducing her public presence, Anne took on more important duties, frequently visiting lands where no royals had previously been. Her contributions were not limited to the UK. In February 2024, she represented the UK in Sri Lanka to mark the country's 75th anniversary of independence, demonstrating the strong and close relationship between the two Commonwealth nations. Not only that, Princess Anne is also very interested in preserving the history and connection with the military. In May 2024, she visited Guernsey and Sark to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the liberation in World War II, showing deep respect for the sacrifices of the previous generation. As a holder of many military honors, she regularly visits soldiers and veterans, attends important military events, thereby demonstrating her sincere interest and long-standing responsibility for the armed forces of the United Kingdom. Her dedication and steadfastness are a symbol of the strength and enduring traditions of the royal family. Anne never forgot those who were often overlooked. In 1991, she founded the Princess Royal Trust for Carers, which provides support for those caring for loved ones without pay or public recognition. Even when the trust changed its name to the Carers Trust in 2012, Anne remained closely involved. In 1976, Anne made history by becoming the first British royal to compete in the Olympics, demonstrating her equestrian skills in Montreal. It was more than just a show, it was a reflection of her true passion. Her daughter Zara later followed in her footsteps, continuing the family's Olympic connection. Anne has also spoken out about the future of the royal family, expressing support for King Charles's plans for a smaller monarchy, but cautioning against cutting back too much. She believes there must be enough active members of the royal family to meet public expectations. While cost savings are important, Anne has stressed that the continued presence and contribution of the royal family is equally essential to maintaining public trust and support. Anne also served as a trusted advisor to Prince William, helping him navigate public life and royal duties, and emphasizing that actions often speak louder than words. By 2023 and 2024, polls had ranked her as one of the most respected and trusted members of the royal family. While many others were mired in scandal, Anne remained steadfast and was admired for her straightforward, uncompromising approach. Prince William was destined to become king from the moment he was born. He was born on June 21, 1982, at St. Mary's Hospital in London. William was the first child of Prince Charles and Princess Diana. At birth, he became second in line to the British throne after his father. Even though he was just a tiny baby, many believed that he was destined to become king one day. From the beginning, William's life was watched by the public. He appeared in official family portraits and attended royal events with his parents. His family gave him sweet, endearing nicknames. His mother, Princess Diana, called him Wombat, and his younger brother, Prince Harry, affectionately called him Willie. Despite being a prince with royal duties, William was just a boy with a playful heart. As a child, William was full of energy, loved being outdoors, was curious about everything, and could be a little mischievous at times. Princess Diana wanted to give her sons as normal a life as possible. Despite being a royal, she made sure they saw the real world. She took them to amusement parks, fast food restaurants, homeless shelters, and hospitals. Diana hoped these experiences would teach them about kindness, caring for others, and the importance of compassion. Do you think Prince William deserves to succeed to the throne now? If you support William, leave a comment with number 2. And if you still think King Charles should continue, leave a comment with number 5. Your opinion is important, so don't be shy about sharing. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest videos about the British royal family. As William grew older, he changed from a mischievous boy to a calm and thoughtful young man. When he started boarding school, people found him to be quiet and serious. He acted very mature. His mother often looked to him for comfort and called him her little sage. He became someone she trusted and relied on, especially in difficult times. In 1991, when William was only 9 years old, he made his first official public appearance. This took place during a visit to Llandaff Cathedral in Wales on St. David's Day. He then joined his parents and younger brother on royal tours, including a trip to Canada. William learned about his royal duties and responsibilities from an early age, but life wasn't always easy for William. His parents divorced in 1996. Then, just a year later, a terrible tragedy struck. Princess Diana died in a car crash in Paris on August 31, 1997. William was 15 at the time. He was staying with Prince Harry and their father, Prince Charles, at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. The very next day, Prince Charles had to share the heartbreaking news with his sons. The world watched Princess Diana's funeral on September 6th. People saw the two young princes walk behind their mother's coffin with their father-grandfather, Prince Philip, and Uncle Charles Spencer. It was a heartbreaking moment. William and Harry tried to keep their spirits up, but everyone could see their sadness. The memory has stayed with many people around the world. For William, it was a life-changing moment. He had to grow up quickly after losing his mother. After Diana's death, William went on to study at Eton College, one of the most prestigious schools in England. This was different from what his family had done. His father and grandfather had attended Gordonstoun School in Scotland. At Eton, William studied geography, biology, and art history. He also enjoyed sports such as rowing and water polo. Although he tried to live like a normal teenager, people kept a close eye on him. After finishing his studies at Eton, William decided to take a gap year. He traveled the world and learned many new things. He did military training, worked with charities in Chile, and visited Africa. This time helped him gain a better understanding of the world and the problems people face in their daily lives. In 2001, William began university at St. Andrews in Scotland, studying geography. He lived in a dormitory with other students and got a taste of what life was like as a normal university student. It was there that he met Catherine Middleton, known as Kate. At first, they were just friends, but their friendship soon turned into love. Years later, they married, and Kate became the Princess of Wales. After university, William followed in the royal tradition by joining the military. In 2006, he began training at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst. He became a second lieutenant in the Blues and Royals part of the Royal Cavalry. He then trained as a helicopter pilot for the Royal Air Force's Search and Rescue Team. By 2008, William had earned his pilot's certificate. From 2009 to 2013, William was stationed at RAF Valley in Anglesey, Wales. He served as a co-pilot on Sea King helicopters and participated in over 150 rescue missions. These missions saved many lives and showed William the hardships that ordinary people go through. This experience taught him about responsibility and duty, not only as a prince but also as a human being. At the same time, William began to take on more royal duties at the age of 21, becoming a state councillor, a position that allowed him to carry out official duties in the Queen's absence. He also began to make major royal visits, notably to New Zealand in 2005, to honor World War II veterans. These trips helped him build close relationships with Commonwealth countries, where he was always warmly welcomed. William's royal duties have taken him to places like Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, where he is loved not only for his title, but also for his kindness and genuine concern for people. In times of trouble, such as natural disasters or national crises, William has always shown courage, compassion, and calmness. He is a symbol of comfort and hope, representing the royal family with grace. Even while serving in the military, William did not abandon his royal duties. In 2010, he served as a co-pilot on a rescue mission near Liverpool. A year later, in 2012, he helped rescue sailors from a cargo ship in distress in the Irish Sea, a dangerous but rewarding task. These experiences helped William mature and prepare him for his future leadership role. He spent 6 weeks in the Falkland Islands carrying out search and rescue missions, playing a key role in military operations in the area. William's active military service ended in 2013, but he has maintained close ties with the armed forces, supporting the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight and regularly attending important military events and commemorations. Unlike Prince Harry, who stepped back from royal duties in 2020, William has chosen to remain and fully fulfill his responsibilities to the royal family and country. Along with Princess Catherine, William has taken on more work as the Queen has aged, becoming a much-loved couple. Together, they have focused on raising awareness of mental health, protecting children's rights, and caring for the environment, issues that are vital to modern society. Their dedication and compassion have been widely praised, demonstrating strong leadership and deep responsibility. Over the years, William's life has been shaped by patience, responsibility, and kindness. Rather than rushing to the throne, he has chosen to learn, serve, and quietly grow into his role. Experiences ranging from personal pain, military duties, and royal duties have shaped him into a thoughtful, dedicated, and trustworthy future king. Prince William has been busy with royal duties, attending events, and carrying great hopes on his shoulders since birth. Everyone knew he would one day be king. His life has been filled with happy and sad moments, but everything changed dramatically when a lovely young girl named Catherine Middleton, affectionately known as Kate, entered his life at a very important time. As William grew up and began to discover himself, Kate came into his life. They first met while students at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland. What started as a simple friendship gradually developed into a deeper relationship. The couple shared happy moments, supported each other in life, and cherished the simple things away from the public eye. While the world watched, their love story grew quietly in private. After a long period of dating with many joys and challenges, William proposed to Kate. This moment was highly anticipated and became one of the most beautiful events. Their wedding took place on April 29, 2011, at the magnificent Westminster Abbey in London, attracting attention from all over the world as they exchanged their lifelong vows. The wedding not only marked an important royal event, but also opened a new chapter in William's life. He was no longer alone in his royal role, as Kate gracefully stepped into public life, ready to take on duties and contribute to building a new, warm image for the royal family. Her presence brought a breath of fresh air, softening the traditional image of the British royal family. After getting married, Kate quickly adapted and lived her new role to the fullest. She always accompanied William to events, actively supported charities, and met people from all walks of life. Her special point was the ability to make people feel appreciated and truly cared for by listening sincerely, always smiling and showing warmth in every action. One of William and Kate's first decisions as a royal couple was to set up a wedding fund rather than accept individual gifts. They asked people to donate to worthy causes such as children, the elderly, military families, animals, and those struggling with health issues. In doing so, the couple made it clear that they wanted to use their positions to make a positive difference and help build a stronger community. Over time, Kate has become increasingly prominent in her own philanthropic role, focusing on areas such as mental health, child welfare, addiction, recovery support, and the arts. It has become known as the Kate Effect. Whatever she endorses or wears quickly attracts public and media attention, helping to raise awareness and momentum for important social issues. Kate's subtle yet powerful influence has made her an icon not only for fashion, but also for philanthropy and community service. Kate has a love of art history, which has drawn her to creative projects. She supports groups that use art therapy for children and takes on roles in arts organizations. Her love of photography is also a big part of her royal life. Kate often takes official photographs of her children, capturing sweet moments in their adult lives. William and Kate made a great team in the early years of their marriage. They went on royal tours, always showing kindness and warmth. Whether visiting New Zealand or meeting leaders of other countries, they remained humble and friendly, winning hearts everywhere. Shortly after their wedding, they went to Canada on one of their first major trips together. Huge crowds turned out to see them. People loved Kate's natural grace and William's gentle demeanor, which was reminiscent of Princess Diana. Over time, Kate also attended events herself. Her first solo event was a fundraiser for In-Kind Direct. She then gave her first public speech at a children's hospice, showing her concern for the families and children she met. But their lives were not all about royal work. They built a loving, happy home for their growing family. Their 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, brought joy not only to them, but to people everywhere. Kate has been praised for being a caring mother who always makes time for her children, balancing royal duties with a simple, caring approach to raising her children. Kate's work has grown as she supports causes in sports photography, mental health, and child welfare. She is also not afraid to speak out about difficult issues. By leading projects such as Action Against Addiction and mental health programs, she has encouraged people to talk openly about their struggles. It's about listening to people, understanding their stories, and using your voice to draw attention to the things that matter most. Even as the pandemic raged in 2020, William and Kate continued to find new ways to connect and support their communities. They embarked on a 3-day train journey across England, Scotland, and Wales to pay their heartfelt thanks to frontline healthcare workers. While the trip was controversial and drew some criticism, it was a clear demonstration of their gratitude and genuine concern for those fighting the pandemic. Over the years, the relationship between William and Kate has become stronger than ever. Despite many difficulties, public pressure, and family troubles, they have always stood by each other. Kate has brought William peace and happiness together. They have reshaped the royal image by combining tradition with a modern, humane, and generous approach. They are truly a strong team leading the future of the British royal family with dedication and responsibility. In 2013, the birth of Prince George brought joy not only to Prince William and Catherine, but to the entire nation. People around the world celebrated the birth of the future king. Princess Charlotte was born 2 years later, followed by Prince Louis in 2018. Each announcement was made with care and warmth, giving the public precious little glimpses into the lives of the princes and princesses while keeping them safe and private. William and Catherine have decided to raise their children in a peaceful environment, away from the constant attention of the cameras and media. They first chose to live on the peaceful island of Anglesey, then moved to Norfolk to build a life that blends royal tradition with a modern, simple style. They wanted their children to have a peaceful, loving childhood away from the hustle and bustle of London. But William and Catherine are also well aware of the importance of sharing small moments of happiness with the public. By releasing family photos on special occasions like birthdays and Christmas, they give people an intimate glimpse into their private lives, where royal titles mingle with bedtime stories and simple but meaningful outdoor games. While building a happy family life, William and Catherine always kept their royal duties in mind. Shortly after their wedding in 2011, they made their first royal visit to Canada. Their kind, friendly nature made them very popular with everyone they met. Whether planting trees or playing street hockey, they joined in with laughter and smiles, showing a down-to-earth side of royalty that touched people's hearts. They then visited California, where Catherine made her first trip to the United States as a royal. In 2012, William and Catherine undertook an extensive tour of Asia and the Pacific to celebrate Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee. They visited countries such as Singapore, Malaysia, Tuvalu, and the Solomon Islands, carrying a message of unity and honoring royal traditions. Notably, Catherine gave her first overseas speech at a children's hospice in Malaysia, demonstrating her sincerity and deep concern for the less fortunate. The royal couple made special connections with people from all walks of life, making the trip a huge success and a strong reinforcement of the relationship between the British royal family and the Commonwealth countries. Their closeness and friendliness made the locals feel more appreciated and connected to the royal tradition. In 2014, William and Catherine continued their tour of Australia and New Zealand, this time bringing Prince George along, the little prince's first official trip. George quickly captured hearts with his innocent moments, hugging toys and playing at children's events. The visit was considered a perfect combination of important meetings and fun moments, and was hailed by local media as one of the most memorable royal visits to the region. Over time, Catherine became more and more involved in royal duties. She regularly appeared at state events, official ceremonies, and charity gatherings. People loved her not only for her beauty and kindness, but also for her simplicity and approachability. Although she was the Duchess of Cambridge, she was still someone that ordinary people could relate to because of her humble background. In 2022, after the death of Queen Elizabeth, Catherine assumed the title of Princess of Wales, a title once held by Princess Diana. Her grace and elegance in this new role has been widely admired. She has often stood by Prince William at important occasions, demonstrating unwavering strength and deep compassion for others. She remains committed to the causes she cares about most, particularly child development, mental health awareness, and support for families. William and Catherine have built a strong, united image. In 2016, they teamed up with Prince Harry to launch the Heads Together campaign, which aims to end the silence and stigma surrounding mental health issues. William has been open about his own emotional challenges, including grief after the death of his mother and the stress of working as an air ambulance pilot. This is rare for a royal, and people from all walks of life have appreciated it. In 2020, William showed his interest in global issues by creating the Earthshot Prize. The prize aims to find and support smart, innovative ideas to help protect the planet. Each year, 5 winners are awarded $1 million for projects to combat climate change and help heal the environment. With experts from around the world participating, the Earthshot Prize is often compared to the Nobel Prize in terms of its importance. It shows that William wants to be more than just a future king. He hopes to make a real difference in the world. William's calm, steady leadership style has won him the trust of the public. In a survey conducted in March 2023, 74% of respondents said they viewed him positively, making him the most popular member of the royal family, even ahead of King Charles. People admire his calm nature, hard work, and dislike of unnecessary trouble. His honesty, kindness, and dedication to important causes have earned him respect and love. In 2021, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle made headlines with an interview where they discussed issues and racism within the royal family. William responded with caution by briefly denying the allegations without adding fuel to the fire. His calm handling of the situation was seen as a wise and graceful move, showing his ability to handle difficult situations with dignity. In early 2023, concerns about King Charles' health began to grow, forcing William to take on more responsibilities. He began attending more public events, presenting awards, and representing the royal family on international trips. When the king was treated for a minor illness in February, William immediately took over managing royal duties, charity visits, and important meetings. He was clearly ready for a bigger role. William also continued his mother's legacy by supporting charities she cared about. He volunteered with Centrepoint, a homeless organization close to Diana's heart, and even spent a night on the streets to understand their struggles. These acts served as touching reminders of his mother's lasting influence, now carried on by her son. William and Catherine have also found a way to balance the modern world of social media. Their Instagram account shares short videos, personal photos, and glimpses of their charity work. These updates feel genuine and warm while still respecting royal tradition. By embracing this new way of connecting, they have reached out to younger generations without losing the dignity of their royal role. William has been gently shaping a new kind of royal leadership. Unlike his predecessors, he has not rushed to modernize the monarchy. Instead, he has guided it slowly toward a more open and approachable future while retaining important parts of its history. Some royal experts believe he could be the man to lead the monarchy into a kinder, stronger, more compassionate era. The big question that remains unanswered is, when will Prince William officially ascend the throne, and how will that process take place? This is something that many people around the world are very interested and curious about. Could William become king sooner than expected? The answer remains to be seen, but recent developments have increased attention to this issue. In January 2024, news from Buckingham Palace caused a stir around the world when King Charles was admitted to a London hospital for a routine checkup. He was diagnosed with an enlarged prostate, a common condition among men his age. Initially, everyone was reassured that he was healthy and would recover. However, during the treatment, doctors made a surprising discovery and decided to conduct more detailed tests, raising even more concerns about the king's health. Soon after, the palace shocked everyone by announcing that King Charles had cancer. They did not specify what type of cancer it was, but they made it clear that it was not prostate cancer. The king immediately began treatment, going to the hospital every week to fight the disease. Although things were difficult, King Charles tried his best to stay active while receiving outpatient treatment. He continued to carry out his important royal duties. Some of his public events were canceled, but he continued to work behind the scenes. In March 2024, Queen Camilla appeared on behalf of King Charles at many important events, deputizing for the king whenever he was unable to attend. Her appearances helped maintain a stable image and a royal presence in the public eye during this difficult time. The royal family has continued to send out positive messages, stressing that King Charles is grateful for the love and support he has received from the people and his family. In March 2024, King Charles made his first public appearance since his illness attending Easter service at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. This event gave the public great hope that the king's health was improving. In April 2024, the palace announced that King Charles's health was improving and that he would gradually return to royal duties, albeit on a lighter schedule. However, concerns were raised again in March 2025 when the king was temporarily hospitalized due to side effects from his treatment. Several events he was scheduled to attend were canceled, adding to public uncertainty about his health. While the palace maintained an upbeat tone and tried to reassure the public, the news of Charles's cancer, announced on February 5, 2024, remained a major question mark over the future of the monarchy. The palace did not disclose the type of cancer but insisted it was not prostate cancer and that the king had begun aggressive treatment. Despite his long-standing health problems, King Charles has shown an admirable sense of responsibility in continuing to assume his role as head of state. He regularly attends government meetings, signs important documents, and takes a leading role in key decisions for the country. Each appearance, however brief, is carefully staged, demonstrating his efforts to maintain the stability of the monarchy despite his illness. However, in May 2025, a special event attracted the attention of the public and the media. King Charles made a brief visit to Canada. During the trip, he addressed the Canadian Parliament and met with the country's top leaders. While the public was happy to see him again, many noted that the visit was very short, and all activities were organized quickly, in contrast to the open long-term contact style of previous years. This raised concerns that the king's health condition may be more serious than the palace announced. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla has been dealing with her own health issues. During a tour of Australia and Samoa in October 2024, she began to feel unwell and was diagnosed with pneumonia in November. As a result, many events she was scheduled to attend had to be canceled. Although she has gradually recovered, the illness has left her feeling tired for months, limiting her ability to return to regular royal duties. In December 2024, when the Emir of Qatar visited, Queen Camilla was scheduled to attend many important events, such as dinners and meetings, but doctors advised her to rest. Most of her activities were canceled, raising concerns about the future of the royal family, especially as King Charles has become less and less visible in public. The health of both has raised many questions about the upcoming transition of power. In April 2025, King Charles and Queen Camilla made a surprise trip to the Vatican as part of a previously unannounced visit to Italy. There, they had a private and emotional meeting with Pope Francis, who was also recovering from pneumonia. The visit coincided with the 20th wedding anniversary of the King and Queen, and it was filled with many layers of meaning, from the deeply personal to the spiritual and historical symbolism. However, the solemn atmosphere quickly turned gloomy when Pope Francis passed away just 12 days later. The appearance of three elderly leaders, the King, the Queen, and the Pope, at the same time when their health was failing made the public think. The image of King Charles and Queen Camilla at the Vatican, looking pensive and sometimes tired, raised further questions about the future. Will they be able to continue to shoulder the great royal responsibilities in the future? that worry is quietly spreading among the people. Although the palace has never officially said anything about the king's abdication, experts and royal historians have begun to talk about the possibility that Prince William will ascend the throne sooner than expected. During this time, Prince William has begun to take on more royal duties. In 2024 and 2025, he attended more public events than he had before. He met with important leaders, represented the royal family at special gatherings, and stood by his father during difficult times. Some believe this means the royal family is carefully preparing for what might come next. There has been no official announcement of King Charles stepping down, but it is clear that Prince William is being entrusted with greater responsibilities. He has handled difficult situations with grace and calm. The way he has gently taken on more work without trying to draw attention to himself has made people admire him even more. As King Charles and Queen Camilla take a step back to focus on their health, and Prince William takes on more responsibilities, the public is becoming more concerned about the future of the monarchy. Some royal observers have suggested that if Charles's health does not improve significantly, it is entirely possible that he might consider passing the crown to his son. While the palace has never confirmed any such plans, the gradual transition to William has brought the topic into the public eye. In the long and solemn history of the British monarchy, abdication is extremely rare and always carries serious implications. Although it is not a common occurrence, each time it has left a deep mark on the people and on the history books. 1936 was a prominent example when King Edward VIII suddenly abdicated the throne to Mary Wallis Simpson, a divorced American woman with whom he was deeply in love. The decision shocked the entire kingdom, created a serious political crisis, and forced the government to quickly adapt to a period of unprecedented change. Although Charles III's circumstances were very different, many people still couldn't help but recall Edward VIII's story when they saw the difficulties he was going through. The idea of a king potentially abdicating once again made the public wonder if history could repeat itself in some way, creating a lot of thought and speculation around the future of the monarchy. Buckingham Palace has not given any hint that King Charles is thinking about abdicating. Palace officials have made it very clear that he remains fully committed to his work as king. Even while undergoing cancer treatment, King Charles has continued to handle his daily responsibilities, reading government documents, holding important private meetings, and quietly handling the affairs of the kingdom. Those close to the king say he believes it is his duty to serve as monarch for the rest of his life, and unless his health takes a turn for the worse, they believe it is highly unlikely that he will step down. Across the UK, many people have shown great respect and love for King Charles. They admire how he has remained resilient in his role in the face of such a serious health challenge. In early 2025, the king even made a short trip to Canada. The visit only lasted 20 hours, but it showed everyone that he still wanted to do his job very much. Although the visit was short, people saw it as a sign of his strength, courage, and determination. However, everyone understands that dealing with cancer at his age is very serious, and no one really knows what the future holds. If there comes a time when King Charles is no longer able to carry out his duties, Prince William will be next in line to the throne. Many believe that Prince William has been quietly preparing for that possibility. Over the past 2 years, he has taken on more and more public responsibilities. He has attended many important events, met world leaders, and proudly represented the monarchy at special moments. The calm and steady way he has handled these duties has convinced people that he is ready for anything that may come. Right now, There is no official plan or date for any form of transfer of the crown. The order of succession is clearly laid out in law, and if King Charles chose to abdicate, it would not be simple. It would require new laws to be passed and approval from Parliament, as well as Commonwealth countries like Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. When King Edward VIII abdicated in 1936, it took swift and careful legal changes to make it happen. If something similar happened today, it would require similar coordination and preparation. For this reason, it seems the royals are quietly making sure they are ready for anything. Prince William and Duchess Catherine have been doing more public work, meeting important people and taking on roles that help them prepare for the future. The royals seem to have a careful plan in place to keep things calm and stable even when unexpected changes occur. The media has been following every detail of King Charles's health since his diagnosis. Reports have frequently suggested that he may abdicate soon, although Buckingham Palace has continued to deny these rumors. They have stressed that the king remains focused on his duties and has no plans to step down. Official palace messages have even asked the press and public not to spread speculation about his health. Even with all the whispering and speculation, the royal family continues to move forward. Major events like the state opening of Parliament are still going ahead as planned. The King's team is working diligently to ensure everything runs smoothly, even if it's a little slower than usual. Throughout all of this, the royal family remains strong and determined. The King and Queen are doing their best to manage their health, while Prince William is stepping in to help out wherever needed. The media has not only focused on King Charles's health, but also on how Prince William and other royals are coping with the current situation. William's increased appearances at important events are seen as a sign that he is preparing to take on more responsibilities in the near future. This also creates a new picture of the transition of power within the royal family, as the next generation begins to gain more attention. Meanwhile, the public and political analysts are closely following every move from Buckingham Palace, especially the statements and actions of royal family members. Many believe that although the current situation is somewhat difficult, the stability and long-standing tradition of the monarchy will help the royal family overcome this challenge. They also believe that maintaining a positive image and unity within the royal family is a key factor in maintaining the people's trust. In addition, royal experts also mentioned the importance of modernizing the monarchy to suit the new era. The image of Prince William and Princess Catherine showing a friendly and approachable image has contributed to renewing the royal image in the eyes of the public. This not only helps to strengthen the position of the royal family, but also creates hope for the future that the monarchy will continue to exist and develop sustainably in the coming decades. And that's the main developments about Prince William's succession to the throne and the last words of King Charles revealed by Princess Anne. A big turning point for the British royal family and the whole country. What do you think about this event? Leave a comment below and don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell to not miss the latest news. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.